All right. Let's get into this. This is going to be really cool, guys. I'm telling you, I've never seen this game before. It's an older game. This was posted on AOC Zone in 2011, which is, well, I was going to say 5 years ago because I'm still stuck in 2016, but no, 6 years ago. I don't even know if it was played then. It could have been played before. Very old game. Players who I don't see around anymore. And one player in particular is quite popular. So we're not going to do any bets for this because it is a rec. And when the game starts, I'll probably pause and repeat all of that. That way YouTubers can see it later. Okay, let's pause it. And turn team colors on. Welcome, guys, to a classic rec. I was thinking about it today. I was thinking, okay, we have not done these in a long time. And every time we did one of these games, it was enjoyable. So there should be a playlist on YouTube. If there's not, I'm horrible. Just say something in the YouTube comments. I'm going to have to work on some YouTube things over the next week because I've been slack-a-lacking. But you can expect more content soon. Now, you're going to want to stick around for this if you're in the Twitch chat right now. Twitch chat, say hello to YouTube, as always. And I will explain the settings. So first of all, this is a classic game. This game... Oh. Well, there's 2 TCs here. But anyway, this was played at least 6 years ago. It was posted on AOCZone.net in June of 2011. So this is quite an old game between players who are legendary players. Selena, I'm actually not familiar with. He might not be legendary, but you can see Tyrants in front of his name. So things have changed now. He's not around. Drevis, however, I do know of, and he's pretty active in the community when I first... He stopped being active in the community, I think, when I began. But legendary name here. And actually casted some games as well, as far as I know. But without further ado, we're going to start this. Interesting Civ matchup. Now, I don't know all the settings. So it looks like it was mega random, okay? Starting age is standard. Resources standard. Difficulty level standard. All that makes sense. I don't know if this is conquest, which means you just have to kill your opponent to win, or if that is standard. So, we're going to get this game started. Oh, Selena is doubt? Selena, oh, okay. Well, okay, so we have information. Selena is doubt. So, you know what, now that you say that, it doesn't surprise me. So, we have doubt in the blue and then Drevis in the red. We're going to speed it up a little bit, but you can see that it looks like it's Highland, correct?
I'm on YouTube.
I like how that woo wasn't stretched out. Thank you so much, Urban. It's not Highland. It looks like Highland, but this is actually a map that we have seen before in recent games. You can see that they cannot cross over this water. Just a river in the middle. They're going to have to transport at some point, and 2 TCs. I believe the last time we saw this, it was in T90 series between Bakht and Yo. And that is on YouTube. Check out that series. Especially the Pilgrims game. It's one of the best games ever. Anyway, in the blue is Doubt. He's playing as the Franks. In the red is Drevis, and he's playing as the Mayans. It's double TC start, which is kind of complex. You know, you only start with so many resources, so your TCs are going to be idle at first. You're controlling 2 scouts, you're controlling 2 TCs and villagers, and it's crazy. Map is called River. I don't think the map is called River. This is, I mean, maybe there's a name for the Mega Random map, but this is Mega Random, which is what they're playing, and this is what was generated. So we're going to keep it on fast forward because we can until the Feudal Age upgrade hits. On double TC, normally you're going to have very strong economy. Franks versus Mayans, though, I don't know what to say about that. I mean, Franks obviously have the strong paladin. There's a lot of gold and a lot of stone around. And a lot of space to boom up your economy. But Mayans, well, they'll make those resources last longer. Also, just Halb and Plumed Archer can counter Franks so hard. But the one thing that'll make it difficult for them is, well, they can't just walk over to attack. They actually have the transport, so we might see some fight for water control as well. Raptor 2020, welcome to the T90 Elite, dude. Thank you for the sub. I appreciate all the support, guys. And like I said, I'm going to slow this down eventually. But this is in the classic games folder. I love doing these classic games. The style was totally different back then. Believe it or not, we still have Doubt playing multiple times a week for many hours at a high level. So again, Selena is Doubt in the blue. I'm just reminding people. In the red is Drevis. And this is a classic rec. To those asking about classic games in the chat, nope, we're just doing community games in the chat. We're just doing classic recs. And then we'll have a ton of community games next week. Alright, so forgive me, my cat, like I said, I just got home from work. My cat is running all around and like tearing the place apart, so I'm just kind of petting her now to keep her from going crazy. I did see a dock go up for Doubt. Now this is mega random, so they don't know what the map gen's like until they scout it. You can see Doubt has great scouting, and he placed a dock, and he's on shorefish, which is not the best. In fact, there's not many shorefish around this dock, so I don't think he'll make a ton of fishing ships. Arc Runner, good to see you, man. Alright, so one thing that's very interesting. Okay, I'm gonna put this cat on my lap. She's getting out of hand. She wants some love. Drevis is on the way to the feudal age now, which is a lot earlier than Doubt. Doubt in the blue at the top is going to have more villagers because his TCs are still working. But he might be up later to the next stage. Very hard for players to know a build order for this, so it's just pretty much by feel. Also, Doubt will have the fishing ships as well, so he's a big economic advantage at the moment. Can we get a cat cam? No, we cannot. No, we cannot. Sorry. I don't want all the ladies that watch the stream thinking I'm a single guy living with a cat. That's like, I don't know. It's one of those things you don't want to be, right? And I'm only kidding. I don't think there's many babes out there who want my attention. But if so, hello. How you doing? Doubt is on the way up to the feudal age now as well. Still making fishing ships there. But I think we're going to see a boom for a while. Cape Man, yes, I am ignoring you. I am ignoring you. Isn't it Drevis? I might be pronouncing this wrong. It's Drevis. D-R-E-A-I-V-I-S. Drevis. I'll talk to the Twitch chat until this game heats up. Because for now, I mean, Doubt has a dock. Drevis does not. He's probably just going to boom when he hits the castle age. You can see he may have misjudged it a bit because he only has 400 food right now. He has the blacksmith market, but he hasn't clicked up to castle. Doubt gonna be in a slightly better position, but very similar. The Dutch Dagger says, I'm a babe. Ha, I'll give you attention. Alright, Dutch Dagger. So again, if you're just joining, this is a classic game. I have no clue what's in store for us. It is standard everything with resources, victory conditions, and things like that. While Castle Age time's coming in 1 second apart, and that's not even a real second, that's an in-game second, so maybe like a third of a second. Shoot, what else was I gonna say? Oh, also the map is mega random. This was played 5 or 6 years ago, maybe even longer than that. That's when I saw the post. Let's see what the players are doing with their economies and slow it down a bit. You can see, you have 2 town centers, and you're already at 55 villagers, so do you really need to add 2 or 3 more? I'm thinking not. So no stone coming in for Doubt, who's in the blue, aka Selena in this game. And then if you toggle over to Drevis, he does not have any stone coming in either. So Mayan's going to have very strong plumed archers, going to be slightly better on water if it does come down to it, because they get all the upgrades for galleons, while Franks do not get bracer. But I think we're just going to see a big boom. Probably what we'll see at this level is a boom, a castle on the water, and then they'll build their docks. But plenty of resources for these guys to live off of at the moment. Turks are the best civ, unbeatable. Alright, man. I'm gonna have to disagree there, but we have a lot to talk about with this game. So, instantly, wheelbarrow coming in. Look how similar this is. Look on the right side. The bow saw and the wheelbarrow upgrade. all so similar. This is really cool to see. I mean, 6 or 7 years ago, players still neck and neck. I think that's when the level of play really started to rise. Back in 2001, the level of play, even though there was a ton of money into the tournaments, just wasn't as high. So it looks like we're expecting some high level stuff. We do have a monastery immediately from red, and he's going to go for some relics. That being said, I don't see any relics on the minimap. I believe the last time I saw this map there were relics, so that's peculiar. There's a TC for him there. I'll look over at the other TC, and he's already placed a second there as well. So a total of 4 he will have. And I assume that Doubt will do something very similar just because of what we've seen. There's 3 TCs on this side. On this side he has 2. So he's at 5 town centers, and the Ville count is neck and neck right now. Now the fishing ship count, not going to be very important. It's unbelievable. We're actually at a little bit past 17 minutes, and these guys are already at 70 Vills. It's possible the counter was a little bit different back then, because I don't see how that's possible unless I'm just a big noob. Crunk says, back in those days, 5 TC booms were unusual. Correct. No, this was usual back then. Nowadays, players go with less TCs, so they'll go 3, and then max will be 4 usually. And you'll only build a 5th or a 6th if you really want villager protection, but not necessarily for production. Back then, in all the classic wrecks I've seen, people boomed like madmen. So, you were right, it was different, but this is what you expected back then. Lissum Button says, where is the best place to buy Age of Empires 2? Yep, Age of Empires 2 is on Steam. And then if you want to play on Voobly, which is this platform, which plays the Age of Conquerors, which is what we're watching, and you can use the compatibility patch for the new civs. So I would say consider just buying it on Steam, and you can do whatever floats your boat. Speaking of floating boats, you like how I led myself into that? We have Doubt transporting villagers, and I'm not sure if Drevis will see it. I'm going to this mill because that's closest. I believe he will, because that monk is there. And he realized there's no relics over here. And there's a stable now. So it's good that there's going to be a monk here, but will Drevis realize he could convert 2 of the villagers with these monks? He hasn't done that, so we are going to see some Castle Age attack from Doubt. But this is the, well, maybe Imperial, because he's on his way up. This is the trouble with this map. Players should be able to defend with castles, especially once we see galleys start coming out. And Drevis is going over there to build docks now. But he still hasn't reacted here. Okay, there we go. Now he's reacting, but he has to be careful. He's only going to have 3 monks and an eagle. And wow, that's really smart play from Doubt. It looks like he's sending the villagers that are being converted into the transport. That stable's denied. 1 villager converted, but there's a knight. And that knight could pick off that monk, but no, a conversion for Drevis. So actually, this is pretty good for Drevis. If he wants to place a castle here, he can. He can actually send over his water control over the next couple minutes. He's going for a barracks because he might want halberdier anyway. And look at this. This knight that he converted is actually finishing off the villagers. Transport is nowhere close. Another conversion there for Drevis as well. I don't see any other transports coming out, but you can see how easy it is because these rivers are small. Kate Man, I like to call... Oh, Galley gonna be converted now as well? Yep. I like to call players by their in-game name, with the exception of Blue in this one, because Selena is very different from Doubt. It just makes sense. A lot of people don't know who these players are, so if I start calling it something different, they're gonna be confused on YouTube. So I've seen you spam in caps that message like 3 times now. But yeah, it's not going to change. So, more transports from Doubt. I like how aggressive he is. And for now, it does look like we're going to see just mainly water control from Drevis. And he's just going to go fast fires, which is really good, actually. If you go fire ships, it's perfect, because galleys don't have a lot of space to hit and run. And wow, what a spot here! This guy is insane! So... He's stopped more stables, converted more villagers, and Doubt's going to continue to try this. At this point, Doubt is down a lot of villagers. He's down, let's do math, 16 villagers now. And also, he's wasted a lot of resources. The stables, of course, the Cavalier, which he's going to tech into. But still, even then, he has a lot of resources. There's a lot of gold here. This game could go on for hours. The Imp upgrade is on the way for Red. I noticed he was placing a castle over here. I like that move. He's going to try and batter down this stable. He will probably follow that up with some pikemen. Now, this is a recording again from years ago. So, it's a recording. It's a little bit slower than what it was in real time. But I honestly think that Drevis, I don't know about his Civ matchup, but if he continues to spam fire ships and stop the transports, he has this game in the palm of his hand. You just want to control the water and then you're not attacked at home, right? But still, Doubt is being really stubborn. He's trying to pick off monks now and build more stables. You can see a castle for Drevis going up. And he should be able to send out plumed archers or something to pick off these villagers. But you know what? Finally, Doubt's going to get a second stable up. I don't think he's going to get any more than that. Or maybe he'll get the third. But I still question whether he's going to be able to do anything with this. I guess since there's so many resources and he's so safe back at home, he can afford to commit this. And just lose what he's losing. But still, yeah, the stable's been denied again. Unbelievable. So, Doubt's being the aggressive player right now. And in today's world, I normally see Doubt being a little bit more relaxed. So I don't know if it was just his playstyle back then. Obviously, this is a really weird map, so this is just different. But he's definitely being more aggressive. Red is just sitting back and playing it safe at the moment. Red has a lot of resources, could go for another castle, placing one here, but could even build one after that. Is building castles all along the shoreline, and honestly, this map is perfect for that. Still hasn't attempted to transport over. Maybe he thinks that Doubt's paladins are going to be too strong or something if he gets over there, because he won't have time to mass his units, which makes sense, because Doubt's struggling to get buildings, so how could he do it? But Doubt is finally going to prioritize water control, and that's going to be on the right-hand side. And it looks like he's been tossing out some fire ships here as well. So again, good to see you guys here. This is going to be a treat. I know that because this is in a special folder for a special reason. Treb now from Drevis, so this is good. Does he know that castle's there? No, he does not. He might be thinking about the docks, but if he can start firing upon that castle, that'd be great with that Treb. You can see Paladin's actually on the way for Doubt, which is nuts. We have all the plumed archer upgrades coming in for Red. Halberdier prioritized first, though, which makes perfect sense. Now we have Doubt with the castle on this side. In fact, if he gets this up, that'll render these docks useless for Red. And he also won't be able to pass through either, which will make it really awkward. And I think that, well, both players going for castles, but I think Doubt's will go up, and so will Drevis's. So at a high level, you can see that this is a really confusing map. Just some Cavalier back here. Not doing much. Waiting for the Paladin upgrade, maybe. But, man, I just can't... You're gonna have to see Cannon Galleon or just transports of rams or something. There's still areas where players can transport, but this is so awkward. When there's castles on the shoreline, you can't run your ships by that. And just more Trebs from Red, which makes sense. He's just gonna Treb down these castles. That's actually a better move than Cannon Galleon, to be honest. A little bit safer. If he can take out this castle, then maybe he can fight on water, and I think he wants to do that, because he's researching Galleon and does have galleys inside their stocks. But so far, kind of expected. No one able to do anything. Much better population for Red, who is Drevis, the Mayan player. But Doubt has an insane amount of resources, and he already researched Paladin, so you can imagine he's happy with that. The amount of gold and stone that's still left on this map is ridiculous, and we could see a very large fight if someone actually lands. For now, we're just seeing a Treb battle, and it looks like both players are going to lose castles. And then we're going to see Trebs duke it out. A mistake for Doubt to not use all of his Trebs on this castle, because the castle's not going down yet. Oh wow, Red's coming in. He could pick off one of these trebuchets. More than one if he just fires. Come on, man. Your castle needs a savior. He's firing at the wood villagers and gonna go for the navy first. Still, he can do this. He can keep the castle up. No, he can't. it's down. He wasted too much time. Castle's going down left and right, the Trebs though, and Trebs are going down here as well. Smarthy's like, oh no. he's saying Drevis. I'm doing it for YouTubers, dang it. I get so much shit from people when I pronounce people's names differently than what they are on the bottom right of the screen. Especially in community games. I mean, not saying I pronounce people's names wrong. That would never happen in community games, but when I like call them by their names and not their colors and things like that. So, trying to do better here, guys. So, what have players even done at this point? Okay, there's a transport. Just getting across for Doubt, but I mean, that's gonna be cleaned up. Obnoxious amount of resources. What do you do with this? You have to push at some point. But how? Well, maybe this is an area for him to land and push? Like Nader. No, I mean, that's correct pronunciation. If you did notice with Nader, I've been sneaking in Niederplebs. I'm trying to wean people off of the old pronunciation, but I can't do it all at once because then I just look stupid. You guys, you didn't hear that. You didn't hear that. Treb after Treb coming out from Drevis. And he's going galleons. Still Blue's on the right-hand side, and Blue's going to actually lose these docks, so he's not going to be able to do anything with these. So maybe a little bit more water control coming in for Red at the moment. And more of a push coming in on the left from Blue. And he's trying to transport, man, but there's castles everywhere. There's galleons. Don't even try it. That castle's very close to your transport ship. Another castle going down for Blue. This seems to be like a better position for Red. He's winning all the fights. He's cleared out castles. He has more units on water, finally. I just don't know what to expect from this. Oh, it looks like I missed some raiding. But again, I don't think this is a big deal. If you look at the resources Red has, he will be able to clean this up with the Halps. That being said, this is some effective raiding. A lot more Paladins coming in, and because the economy's spread out all over the map, it's going to be hard to follow. So I like what both players are doing. Getting the water is supposed to help with the transports, but it looks like Blue's just holding the left side and transporting while he can. T90, I want to hear you pronounce my name. Gweth Breath Ithiel. Gweth Breath Ithiel. Say that 3 times fast. So, Galleon's going to the right. And Navy will be cleared up for Doubt. Is he going to build a castle here? Because he has gold he wants. Looks like just a mining camp will be going up. I mean, 40 minutes in, and no one has really gained anything. The one thing I'll say is that Doubt has done a good job with the Paladin raids, but he doesn't have water still. And there's just endless amounts of gold for these guys. Plus Mayans. These resources are going to last longer as well. No, guys, we're not playing this game. We're not playing this game. We're not playing see how many names T90 can pronounce incorrectly. We're not playing that game. No more, okay? No more. Oh, wow, castle deny on this side. So it looks like Doubt was trying to get a castle up. That's not gonna happen. That's a waste of stone. Franks have cheap castles, but Doubt's lost far too many. And I think as the water control mounts in this area, Doubt's not gonna be able to do anything with his paladins. And paladins are a pretty good meat shield for these fire ships that are still coming out from Doubt. This is just a huge mess. I mean, this would only... I don't know how you end a game like this. This is where Red needs to transport now. If he could transport and go Eagles, then this would be the opportunity. That'd be the time to do it. But right now, he's just content with holding and defending. I think you need to win water, and then you need to build buildings where your galleons are. That way you can mass. Because Doubt is definitely stretched on the sea. Well, not looking very good for Doubt at the moment. He's at 27 military. 85 for Drevis. So, much better position for him. Doubt's just sitting back. He can make paladins non-stop with the amount of food and gold he has. He's gonna have to run away from the water's edge. He did get a castle up here to protect that gold. That's huge. Elite Plumed Archer just now coming in for red. I mean, didn't even care. He just went full halberdier to defend. Drevis should be thinking about sending villagers over to build buildings now. In a better position. Just tuned in. How did T90 pronounce Selena? Well, I just said it for you, Selena. I mean, I didn't... You have started building a wonder. Okay, that's Doubt. I didn't know it was Doubt. So, Drevis is saying no way. So, apparently Doubt is just going to go with the wonder victory. Again, going into this, I didn't know if it was standard victory or not, but the settings were pretty wacky. Doubt's going to go for the wonder. Drevis is going to have to kill that wonder. And that means he's going to actually... He's going to finally fight, I imagine, on land. Because Doubt's going to get that up. Sometimes you'll see like a counter wonder or something like that, but it's completely useless. Okay, so this is almost like the one game we saw in Masters of Mega Random with Pike and Tim. That is amazing as well. Check it out on YouTube. But this is 7 years ago in different civs. So without Conquest, that changes things. Look at the resources Doubt has. Is he just... Yeah, he's just making paladins non-stop. He doesn't even want to fight this. Paladins, hand cannons as well. Perfect if Eagle Warriors come in. With the amount of gold and food he has, he's going to be able to defend for a while. But that wonder is still not up. I just love that noise. Put that in a ringtone. Okay, this is pretty bad for Doubt. He can't access this gold if the ships are here. Drevis said no way. But he has to know. He's getting Elite Eagle, upgrading all of his forces, and he's going to probably transport across. But when he transports across, he's running into his worst nightmare. Doubt needs stone. Smarthy in the chat says Doubt needs stone. Well, there you go. Look at that. On cue, he bought 100 stone. So I guess he's going to wall this up. I never really got why players walled here. If you lose a fight, trebuchets can still fire over top the wall. I've seen this far too many times. Crazy Nick with the 6 months. Let's see if he swears.
It's been half a year already.
No. They censored you. They censored you. They just said, oh guys. Thanks for the resub, man. Thanks for being a regular for so long. Hope things are going well. Yeah, I mean, if Doubt's going to build a wonder, why not build it back here and then build the walls a little bit further forward? Trebuchets can still range this, so that's kind of stupid in my opinion. It'll protect him from rams for a bit. But anyway, I think I missed a transport. You can see the paladins just got finished. Yup, cleaning up all those bodies. Eating the bodies for breakfast. Or I guess it's afternoon or evening. It's kind of light outside. It could be early morning anyway. So earlier Doubt didn't have a lot of militaries at 70. Now the Wonder's up and we have 190 years till Doubt wins the game. And that is a pretty wonder. I'm just gonna, you know, sit this here for a thumbnail image later on. Let's just maneuver a little bit. Yeah, that might be a little bit better. I almost said ka-ching. How do you even make a camera noise? Ka-ching? No, that's not how you do a camera noise, 290. What is this? Okay, Halberdiers coming across. Nothing on the right side. Ka-ching. What noise did I want to make there? What was going through my head? I don't know. Yeah, I'm not gonna put that on the thumbnail because it would be a spoiler, but for future games, I can do that. Ka-chow? No. Ka-chow isn't it, Love Potion? I don't know. I don't know. I'm pretty much just waiting for Drevis. He's getting all the upgrades. The clock is ticking. Now the problem for him, he has a lot of castles, but if he's going to send plumed archers across, he's going to have to send them in the transports, which is going to be a pain in the butt. The Halberdiers went out there, met their death. Let's see what Doubt's doing. Well, a ton of buildings in front of the Wonder at the very least. Nothing more. Okay, he's losing this castle. I don't see Doubt losing this game. Honestly, I don't see him losing this game. There's 7k gold for Drevis. And 6.5k for Doubt, and his resources are perfect for Paladin and hand cannon. I just don't see Doubt being unable to hold this. Drevis is going to have to delete his galleons, I think, because he's going to need population space to fight this. What he really needs is production buildings. If he has production buildings on this side, then he's a go. Architecture coming in for Doubt. Oh, and he's going with Scorpions as well. Scorpion's not a bad choice. A heavy Scorpions will do great against the Halbs, and if Eagles come out as well, that will not be bad. Though I don't think we will see Eagles. Well, I don't know. Eagles are going to be horrible against hand cannons and Paladins. I don't think it's going to happen, but maybe Drevis will just want some military. Yet to people just joining the stream, this is a very old game from over 6 or 7 years ago. I've already forgotten the date. At least. But 138 years now. Doubt seems to be doing well. Onager's not going to do well against Paladins. Probably going for shots on the hand cannons and skirms. But this is good. Drevis does have buildings across the river. Now, one thing's for sure. And that thing is that Sufagarx has just subscribed. Thank you for joining the T90 Elite, man. Thanks for the support. What I was really going to say is that one thing's for sure. If Doubt loses his Wonder, he loses the game. There's no way Drevis can get all the way across his mainland, kill that Wonder, and then have Doubt come back somehow. That just doesn't seem likely. Plus, players are almost mined out of all their gold. Still some more gold over here for Drevis. Man, he's loaded. But he's going full Halb. Honestly, let's see. If he can spam enough Halberdiers and enough Onagers, he might be able to do it. But Doubt should be able to micro these Onagers down right away with the Paladins, and there he goes. But more buildings coming up now. Is that Onager going to kill the Trep? That'd be nice. He doesn't want to lose that barracks. Yep, he killed one. Still a very slow crawl, though. And he's unable to utilize his gold. Trebuchets are over here, but he'd like some plumed archers, I'm sure. Would it be good to build a backup Wonder? Doubt is killing his villagers over here. It's a horrible sight. A backup Wonder would be interesting. I never thought about that because we never encountered this. I don't think so. Again, I feel like if he loses one, he's going to lose the other one. And he would have to buy a lot of stone, so he needs to save all his resources. Coyote Pro 26. Thank you for the sub, man. A very old game. When I bought Age of Empires 2, it came out in 99. Yeah, I mean, this game is 7 years old, so older than the recent stuff I've been showing you guys, which is still giving us entertainment. 94 years. Doubt has the score lead. Doubt's just sitting back, relaxing. He's going to get so many kills with a hand cannon skirm and heavy scorpion combo. Halbs are not going to do it. Maybe Drevis just needs to go for a snipe. Like, just send some trebs in and pray that he can get the snipe. And pray that Doubt cannot focus. Alright, just watch these halberdiers. I love the combo from Doubt. You normally will see... normally will not see the heavy scorpions with a civ. By the way, how's the game sound in comparison to my voice? Because this is pretty loud for me with all the action. Doubt is about to overcut. That's a good point. He's about to overcut. Over here, he has not overcut. But still, trebuchets can fire over the woodline anyway. Oh, I swear, I didn't know this was coming. I didn't know it was coming. He transported from down here, and he's gonna go for it. And I think Doubt has noticed. He's sending over paladins. It's a 72 years, so he's relying on this. Villagers not attacking the Treb. I would just quickly wall off and try and stop the trebuchets. He's gonna get it. And Doubt has no stone to repair. I swear, I mean, I know that seems scripted, but I had no clue. I had no clue that was coming, okay? I've never seen this game before. Doubt has full control on the front, but his wonder is gonna go down now. No repairs. No more messing around. We're back on even terms. The villager's attacking way too late. And... wow, what a beautiful noise to hear if you're Drevis. And he just said, Doubt just said in the chat, when did that happen? Yeah, he acted like he didn't find out. He did find out. His villagers were attacking. So... he's going for another one? What? This time he's building it further back? I had to quickly look and see what player's point of view I was on. Doubt's going for it again, which means he bought a ton of stone, and now Drevis is going for one too! Who's gonna win? They have to send all their villagers now. These villagers need to start building this wonder. Drevis! Come on, man, get the idols! I gotta compare percentages. Send all the villagers. Send all of these villagers. You need every single villager here. Now, Doubt does not have any villagers here yet. He's at 10%. I've never casted a wonder race before, but this is at 10%, and I think Drevis will get the lead because he has more villagers, so this is quite literally a wonder race at this point. Maybe I can compare HP. We are now at 1,000 for Doubt, and Drevis is at 1,200! So Drevis, he's sending even more villagers. He should be able to get villagers in every single open spot, and he can actually win the wonder race. Oh, I thought I remembered wonders being a bit tankier than this. No, man, they are not. In fact, Doubt had architecture and everything. So, the thing is, you think wonders are tankier, but they're really not. You see Drevis was freaking out. He sent all these villagers that can't even fit here. Doubt... actually, Doubt's at a huge disadvantage because he built it up against the edge and he can't get villagers on this side. 2,600 HP versus 3,100. Both players will have wonders, but Drevis will get his up first. And yes, they both have treadmill crane as well, I guess, which helps with the speed of the building. And now this is really bad for Doubt because the water control is going to be a mess for him to handle. He has all of these land units and he's going to need to get them across, otherwise they're useless. Drevis is not worried about getting across now. He's just going to sit back like he was in the early game. Again, 83% here at about 5k HP, and then we're looking at 4,300, so similar rates. But obviously Doubt was not expecting a counter wonder, right? That's not in the strategy book. Let's do a counter wonder. But Yeah, it was definitely a bad spot. He should have had more villagers here as well. And you never know, Drevis was possibly considering this strategy if he killed Doubts. But now it's going to be full defense mode for Drevis. The problem is all of his villagers are here and they seem to be idle. So, I mean, he's going to have to reseed farms. Look at that at the top right. A 9-year difference on these wonders, which seems like a long time, but this is Age of Empires. Can you show Doubt's resources? Yes, I can. It seems like buying the stone really hurt him. He doesn't have a lot of gold left. He doesn't even have a dock right now, so it's not like he's queuing up ships. Maybe it's all the bombard cannons he made, but he definitely is in need of gold. There we go. He's going to try and place docks now. The Navy's going to be a huge factor in this one, so he's going to need to get the docks down. So, I guess Drevis has more gold, but he doesn't have as much food and wood. He's walling up his wonder, just in case rams come in, I guess. But again, bombard cannons, if they get here, they can kill that wonder pretty quickly. But are the bombard cannons going to be around? Oh man, the Navy coming in and doing work. These bombard cannons need to run away. It just takes one transport to do it. We saw it before, so you can't tell me I'm wrong. If only Doubt was Huns. Yeah, this is the one game that the Hun unique technology would pay off. We did see that. Again, I know I spoiled it a little bit earlier if you never saw the game. Take the time now, open up another tab, and search for Pike vs. Tim Mega Random, and it'll be on my YouTube. I believe it was game 2. It was a very similar map, and there were wonders involved in that one, and that was sick. That was sick. I definitely recommend you go back. Bulletchin actually co-casted there, one of my longtime friends from the game. I mean, 154 years. I'm gonna drink some water because we know what's gonna happen. We're gonna see a landing attempt. It's not gonna surprise us, right? Surely it's not gonna surprise us like Drevis did earlier. Where is my water? There it is. Okay. Smalls has been asking some really good questions lately. Can you guys say, "Thank you, Smalls," in the chat? Because he's always been asking really thought-provoking questions in the chat last couple streams. So he said, do you think Red should try to snipe Doubt's Wonder again while he is distracted? Well, no, I don't think so. Again, it's just back to what I said about Doubt earlier. He doesn't want to invest extra resources into that. Have you ever seen scorpions attack ships? Well, now you're seeing it, and they're not doing too bad. Not doing too bad at all. I think what Doubt should do, because he's obviously going to lose if he doesn't take out this wonder, he needs to do exactly what Drevis did, and he needs to try and transport and just snipe this thing, because he has his own wonder. But the problem is, you can see Drevis has ships everywhere, so he's going to stop that from happening. Maybe this would be the area to go to. Right here, and then run units around and go after the wonder. Yeah, you can see transport, so I don't even think Doubt's going to try and win water back much. He's just going to try and transport. It's going to be so hard. But one thing for sure, if Doubt gets across, there's not a lot here to stop him. Just a few halberdiers. Everything's going into water protection for Drevis. It would be insane if Doubt ends up taking this wonder out. I would lose my mind. I wasn't sure how it was going to go once I saw Doubt's wonder was going to be lost, and now I'm really happy with it. But if Drevis loses his, and then he has to go back and try and kill a wonder again, that would just be sick. Okay, so skirmishers and scorpions attacking the navy of Drevis. The Drevis is in a better position here. The bombard cannon's actually going to hurt him an awful lot. But Scorpion's going down. Fast fires, not being able to mass. In fact, those docks will go down to the Trebs on the left. Drevis or Dreams? They're the same player. Drevis and Dreams are the same player. This is where Doubt needed to go. Right there. And it looks like he was just stopped. Yeah, all these docks trying to be placed. They can't be built. Doubt is desperate now, trying to place docks. Again, still using his skirmishers against the ships. Not doing an awful job either, because he has so many of them, which is nuts. I mean, he has the score lead, but he will lose the game. Look at how many ships he's losing. Or killing, sorry. He's going for a castle now. But unfortunately, Red is already there with trebuchets. Doubt needs a transport, man. He needs a transport. Again, if he gets here, he can just run in. Actually, there's a house wall. But take out the house and just go for the wonder. He has a shot at this. But it is not going to be easy. Now, the one thing I would say, if you're Drevis, I would probably buy some stone and get ready to repair this thing. That's one thing Doubt couldn't do. Because he could have killed the Trebs. First of all, he didn't see it in time, but he didn't have any villagers there to repair. It's unbelievable how well this army composition... Oh, that was a nasty burp. It's unbelievable how well this army composition is working for Doubt. It's actually killing the navy. Okay, so any transports for Doubt? None yet, just fast fires. He's trying to get water control. 72 years though. Not a long time. I think he can win water in a moment. I honestly think he can. With the fast fires and with how well these skirmishers are doing, I think he can win water. And we're going to need to see some land military from Drevis. He's got to be sending out a transport soon. And then he's going to need Trebs and Bombard Cannon. There are the Trebs. I mean, Red has wasted his trebuchets. Bombard Cannon's from behind, taking that out. Whoa, do you see the glitch there? Those ships, look at that! Alright. You will lose if the wonder stands for 50 more years. I was actually looking at Doubt's timer earlier, by the way. So that's my mistake. It's even less than that. Oh, man. There's nothing here. Okay, just walls now from Drevis. This is really smart, but there's no form of military to stop the transports. The Trebs are being massed from Doubt, but now the ships are coming over to stop the transports. Really smart to commit to this, but is it too much of a commitment? Because he could lose all of his navy. I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. More transports on the way now. He's just wasting time. 37 years. Is Doubt going to try and go to the left now? He's sending the Trebs and the Bombard Cannons this way. Doubt, you need to go for this. Very small chance that he can actually pull this off. I've been watching this side as well. Doesn't look like Doubt is going for a long sneak. We need to see the transport. Come on, Doubt. A lot of galleons here from Drevis. There's one transport for Doubt. He doesn't have another one on the way. He currently has 4 Bombard Cannons and 2 Trebs, and I think some of these Bombard Cannons are going to be focused down. Yeah, there's one. And maybe the second here as well. Oh, wow. With the amount of Navy we see from Red, I don't think Doubt can do it. I do not think he can do it. 21 years, far too much time. Nothing around here surprising us. I think this has to be it. Unless he just makes a desperate run for it. Tries to get some Trebs by. And that would be desperate. Great game. Definitely a great game. Okay, so the fires are going to come out. They're going to clear up these galleons. Transport's now running through. Unfortunately, he should have waited a little bit longer. Again, Red's going to come over and try and take out the transport. Yeah, Doubt is not going to pull this off. And Drevis says epic. Truly was epic. And that is not something you want to say to a guy you're about to beat. Epic. Yeah, he probably doesn't think it's epic. He's probably a little bit pissed off. And Doubt's just gonna call it a GG. I want to see the wonder victory. Don't resign, please. Doubt defeated. Wow, what a game. What a game. Drevis is the winner. Yeah, the one thing I thought was going to happen, because this was in a classic folder, so I knew it was going to be good. The one thing I thought was going to happen was Doubt was going to lose his wonder, right? But I did not expect a wonder race right after that, so that was unique. You're not going to see many high-level games like that ever, because players, they don't play these settings, and players also aren't as creative. Because it's so expensive to build a wonder, you know? So you rarely see these settings played. I like to change that, though. Like I said, in T90 series, we saw the same map, different civs, so maybe we'll do some standard victory T90 series games so we can get something like this crazy. Doubt should have done that backup wonder. That's true. That's true. Yeah, I forget who asked that now, but whoever you are, I might have been Smalls. I don't know, but whoever mentioned the backup wonder, it's completely right. If there's a wonder here and a wonder here, maybe he would have won. He would have won. But again, too much of a risk with resources. So, do you guys have any questions in the chat about that game before we get into another one? Feel free to send them my way. Knight says, do you think it would have been different if Doubt didn't build against the edge in the map? Well, it's impossible for me to tell what the race would have been like. I think what Doubt should have done originally is build it in this corner and then wall further out. If he wouldn't have built the wonder here and he would have built the wonder here even, right? His paladins would have stopped the Trebs. The only reason the Trebs had success on this right side is because the wonder was right behind that tree line. And I actually said that. I hate it when players build walls that are useless against Trebs. You rarely are going to see a player have rams close to that wonder. It's always going to be stopped. So Trebs are the way to go. Would you be interested in recasting the Viper vs. Jordan 23 series? Yeah, that's definitely something we could put on the agenda. Certainly not now. Does the countdown continue if you have 2 wonders? I can't say definitively, but I imagine if you build 2 wonders and then you lose one, it doesn't like start the counter over. Why didn't he wall off his wonder better? I'm asking the same questions right now. But again, you don't think about it. You don't think that wonder's actually going to go down when you're in such a good position. He had so many resources. He didn't lose that because he was losing fights. He lost that because of the wonder. Backup wonder works, says Arbitap. Yeah, I imagine it'd be 1 countdown, and then you lose 1 wonder, you still have 1 up. Couldn't Doubt have attacked Red's landings more aggressively? Seems like he pulled back too much. Well, the problem was he didn't have Navy, so he was only using bombard cannons. That was the only thing he had with range. And also, again, the main push from Red was not an issue. Doubt was clearing that out. What was the problem is that he didn't see the sneaky Treb train. So I think Doubt handled the attack on his land perfectly before he lost his wonder. His problem was the trebuchets running in. Arbitap says, I know because I've done it in this crazy Oasis game a decade ago. Got it. Guys, again on my YouTube, it's an embarrassing cast, but it's a great game. Maybe I'll recast it at some point. It has decent views on my YouTube, but many people haven't seen it. That's called the best Oasis game ever. You're going to want to check that out. But I had a horrible mic. I was new to casting. I said every other word, but still enjoyable game. Let's look at the achievements now. Pretty even with the kills. Economy stats very even as well. So I don't think players can complain about that. It's just a freak game. That was awesome. Well, I hope you guys were satisfied with that. This is going to go to YouTube within the next week or 2. YouTubers, don't hesitate to click the link below the stream. That'll take you to the live stream, and you can hang out with all these wonderful folks on the stream. If you have any requests and things like that for the next game, guys, please let me know if you have any recs or something like that. but I do have one in mind I am thinking about casting.